I unfortunately think is if we're headed into an economic downturn, like it's going to be really hard for them to make money, because I'm not worried about the Carls and Jimmys and Sapnaps who have diversified revenue streams and YouTube channels and Twitch streams. I'm more worried for the TikTok creator who only can do brand deals. There's no ad revenue on TikTok. They maybe do like one brand deal a month. They don't have a community where they can sell a substantial amount of apparel. They aren't creating their own businesses. That's who I'm worried for.
I've never seen an app where getting 1 million views is just clockwork. When TikTok popped off in 2019, 2020, the views people were getting was insane. Every single day when I go on TikTok, I swear to God, I find a creator that has 1 million followers that I've never heard about. Now I say this all the time on this channel, cat's out the bag, man. We can make money on social media, but making money on social media as a whole is already like a relatively new industry, let alone a platform that just pretty much blew up 3 to 4 years ago. But I have just seen way too many case studies and way too many articles about how much money TikTokers are making and how they make their money that it's scaring me, man. It's alarming me. As creators, it's very satisfying to put up videos and then overnight it just gets 400,000, 500,000, 1 million, 2 million views. You're getting all these likes, you're getting all these followers, you're getting all these comments. And naturally as content creators, naturally as people, when you see that, what do you think? Deadass, what do you think? What you think and what you're probably gonna do is think of ways of how to build off of that viral video. And truly, I don't blame them. Keep in mind that a lot of these creators are kids, like teenagers, 15, 16, 17-year-olds. So they're just looking at the likes and the comments and getting a lot of satisfaction from it. And they just want to keep on continuing that cycle. So they just keep on doing what works. For me, on YouTube, that's what happened. I had a semi-viral, I wouldn't consider it viral, but I had a successful video. I thought of ways to build off of that. Next thing you know, I'm an NBA YouTuber. Now, after a lot of soul searching, I found a weakness in my whole business content model. So I started making different pivots. But I'm just saying, I get where creators are coming from, okay? Now let's get into the money talk, the bag talk. How do people make money on TikTok? The first method that comes to mind is the creator fund. Now what the creator fund is essentially TikTok giving you a lump sum of money every month, depending on how many views you get. And that is the simplest way to put it. And truly, that's the only way to put it. And other platforms have copied this. YouTube has their YouTube Shorts fund. Instagram has their Instagram Reels bonus. Do keep in mind that these funds do not give you any details on exactly how the payments are calculated. I'm sure they have some system in the back end of how they calculate it, but they don't share it. It's not like YouTube AdSense where they're gonna give you your video CPM by the day, give you your RPM by the day, and give you estimated revenue like to the cent every single day. And once the actual deposit hits, it's actually very, very accurate to what you get. It is not like that for these funds. And also keep in mind that most creators do not make a lot of money from these creator funds.
Me and my family pulled in 26 million views on TikTok last week. And for those 26 million views, we got paid a sum total of $200.
When you were on TikTok exclusively, at your peak, how much money were you making?
Include brand deals if it's applicable.
Including brand deals.
Yeah.
I would say maybe $2,000.
How many views would you say you were like getting a month?
5 mil.
Yeah, fuck that.
From experience on the YouTube side of things, the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast got like, I don't know, 20 million views in 1 month, and through the Creator Shorts Fund, I can't give you guys the actual number, but we got like less than $2,000. Let's just put it that way. To put that into context, 16 million views in long form content, traditional YouTube videos. It could be 4-minute videos. It doesn't have to be 8+ minute videos. That is netting you well within 5 figures. Heck, the money is so insignificant, people are actually not even signing up for the creator fund because there's this conspiracy, and I have to emphasize that this is just a conspiracy, this is just a theory that some people have, and the theory goes that if you sign up for the creator fund, TikTok is actually going to shadow ban you to some degree. They're going to lower the amount of impressions and views that your videos get, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of the creator fund. You get more money when you get more views, but TikTok is, you know what I'm saying? So other people, some people have actually go as far as to not even sign up for the creator fund because they'd rather take a lot of views that aren't decreased by the algorithm, and taking their chances on making money in another way. And the other way for a lot of these creators is through brand deals. For those who don't know what a brand deal is, essentially it's when brands and companies go to a creator, ask them to promote their product, and they get paid in some sort of fashion. Now rates do vary based off of a lot of factors, your follower count, your view count, your engagement, the niche that you're in. But I'm pretty sure you've seen a TikToker dance in front of a Bang energy drink. That's a brand integration right there, right in front of you. And a vast majority of TikTokers that have shared how they make their money, they have stated that a majority of that money does come through brand deals.
How do you make money?
A lot of promo.
A lot of promo. Wait, so you're not promoting your own stuff, you're promoting...
No, that's all, yeah. People's songs, products.
Now, there are other monetization options. Some people do TikTok lives where the audience can donate money on the stream. Some people set up an OnlyFans or a Patreon where, you know, their audience can pay to get exclusive content. Some people have merch, and the real smart ones, the real big steppers in the room, they take their audience on TikTok and try to funnel it over to a platform that'll probably make them more money, more sustainable money, like YouTube, like Twitch, like a podcast. I don't know. Speaking of, check out my Patreon, links in the description. I got my own creator podcast, upload once a week, links in the description. But again, I just want to emphasize, for a majority of TikTok creators whose primary platform is TikTok, their bread and butter is making content on TikTok. They're not really focusing on other funnels and merch and stuff like that. A majority of their money does come through brand deals and the creator fund if they're in it, but primarily brand deals, if they can even get any. So as a viewer, you might be asking, why are you so scared for these TikTok creators? It sounds like they got a lot of monetization options. They should be fine. Well, one, like the title suggests, a lot of these TikTokers are not making as much money as you would think. When you think of someone with 300K followers, let alone 1 million, you're thinking that guy is making bank. They might be doing content creation full time, which is great, but no, they're not millionaires. And even for the people who are making a lot of money through brand deals on TikTok, I'm still worried for them, because the rates they're getting on these brand deals are dependent on their performance right now. And this is the case across social media, I understand, but I'm just saying, what happens when you're not doing the latest TikTok trend? Are people actually still viewing your content? Do people truly care about the content that you're doing, or are you just getting followers? There is a difference between gaining followers and gaining actual supporters. I'll give you guys an example, and this is before TikTok, but do y'all remember Shiggy? Because I ain't gonna lie, right now, I'm kind of forgetting what he was even famous for, but I'm pretty sure it was for the Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? I'm pretty sure it's for that song, like that dance. Shiggy had a crazy peak. He had a dance that everyone was doing. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what he's done since 2019. 2018 even. And hey, maybe Shiggy made enough money during his peak for him to just retire and chill for the rest of his life. But a majority of creators are not even gonna get to Shiggy's peak. As a guy who frequents on TikTok myself, I've also seen a lot of creators with, like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 10 million followers on the app, right? If they went to VidCon, now mind you, VidCon used to be sponsored by YouTube. It is now sponsored by TikTok, right? It is now sponsored by TikTok. Keep that in mind. A lot of these TikTokers with 5 million followers, keep in mind, 5 million followers, did a meetup during VidCon. And if you compare that to Bruce, shout out to Bruce Drop 'em Off, who doesn't even have 1 million followers on his Twitch and doesn't have 1 million subscribers on his YouTube channel, and they did a meetup at VidCon, I'm telling you right now, Bruce is gonna have a much more lit meetup than a lot of these TikTokers. And the reason why is because Bruce has built the audience of true supporters, people that watch his content for him, and has built a community within it of itself that interacts with each other. While a lot of these TikTokers, people just like and comment and follow their page just to see more of their content. They're not actually supporting their content, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? What happens when you're not the new hot creator on the block? What happens when your views and your numbers inevitably go down? What is your landing spot? Do you even have one? And is that gonna support the lifestyle that you were now used to when you were at your peak? Were you actually building a fan base of supporters, or were people just following you because you were trendy? And I know this video is titled and it's focused on TikTok creators, but the concerns that I just mentioned, those are concerns that I have for social media creators across the board. I've seen a lot of people recently flexing their growth on YouTube through YouTube Shorts. They're getting a bunch of subscribers. They're getting to 100K, getting plaques primarily through YouTube Shorts. And it is impressive to some degree. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really impressed if you're not converting all those impressions going into your channel to some sort of long form content. The Shorts fund is not gonna be enough for you to do this full time. And I don't even know anyone that's actually getting significant brand deals on YouTube Shorts specifically. And this conversation is just bigger than even short form content, because on YouTube, there are are creators that are growing really large platforms off of making challenge videos, right? And they're getting a lot of views, millions of views, but the content, again, isn't really cultivating an actual community. People are clicking on these videos just as one-offs, essentially. And I'll call out names. It is what it is. I am worried for a creator like Matthew Beam, because although, again, he's getting a lot of views, millions of views on long-form videos, I'm not sure if he's actually building a community. And if that's the case, how many I built a blank for blank creator videos can you truly do? Like, at some point, people have to watch your videos for you. And you would think Twitch streamers are off the hook because they make crazy long form content. They must be building a strong community of followers, but that's not the case. It is insane to me that Myth, I was on his live stream yesterday, was struggling to pull 500 concurrent viewers. This was a guy pulling thousands of concurrent viewers on Twitch a couple years ago. This is the same guy who has a YouTube channel with 4 million subscribers, closing in on 5, and you can't pull 500 people on your live stream? So then I asked myself, like, why is this the case? This is insane. Like, from what I know, he is a household name in the Fortnite community, and Fortnite is still popping. The reason is because his social media presence, his content, was way too predicated on his ability to be good at these games, and they were also way too predicated on how hot the games were. Now, maybe for the creators I've mentioned, they've made so much money at their peak that they're truly content with just coasting the rest of their lives. And that is perfectly fine. All power to you guys, but the reality is, the guys I just mentioned are extreme cases. Not everyone can peak to the level of a Shiggy, to the level of a Myth, to the level of a Matthew Beam. But there are creators that are actively trying to blow up in these fashions, though, that may just peak at, I don't know, 500K. They had a year where they made $70,000 and they think that's going to be the money that they're going to be getting for the rest of their lives. But then when their views inevitably go down, now they're having a lot of trouble maintaining the lifestyle that they've established. Now, there are a lot of TikTokers that see what I'm seeing. Some TikTokers understand that TikTok is not the end goal. It is a way for them to get eyeballs as quick as possible, as fast as possible, as large as possible. But that is not their end goal. I've seen TikTokers talk about how they're gonna use the money that they're gaining from the platform to get into real estate.
For me, like, social media is maybe 20% of what I do. Like, I also do website businesses, e-commerce, I do real estate.
You couldn't do that without the money from social media, right?
Oh yeah, social media is literally what provided all of that for me.
So it was essentially for you, it was like seed capital started a company, right?
Yes.
And again, the main one that I've been seeing is people using it to leverage their audience to other platforms, which I think is really smart. I just think not enough creators are thinking long term, and a lot of creators are riding the highs of their platforms and they're just moving like they're invincible, when the reality is you're not.
This was never like my main focus.
But for some people,
For some people, I'm concerned for them.
But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the name of social media is truly just capitalizing on what's in front of you, and once it dies down, trying to move on to the next thing. Once that dies down, let's just move on to the next thing, etc., etc., etc. And you just build platforms that do just last 2 to 3 years, but then you build another platform that lasts 2 to 3 years. But even if that is the game, even if that is the reality, I would advise for aspiring creators and any creator watching this, at the very least, incorporate some sort of community aspect to your content. Because even if that is the case, that we're just gonna hop on to the next thing every single time, you wanna have people actually following you to that next thing, right? Like, I follow meme pages on Instagram, right? Successful meme pages. But if they started a podcast tomorrow, I'm not checking that shit out. Why would I? I followed you for memes. Why would I check out your podcast? And also, don't make rash decisions off of one good month on social media. I wouldn't even make rash decisions after one good year on social media. The attention, the followers, the money is volatile, and shit's just too risky in this economy. I ain't gonna lie. But with that being said, I'm gonna smack the fuck out of you. And I'm out, man. Peace.